many of you like chicken Mexican casserole? Say yes, yes, me. Hi everybody, Patty Dooley here with Tupperware, and today I am doing a chicken poblano casserole in our Smart Multi Cooker here. I haven't really done a lot of recipes in this yet, or I have done recipes, I just haven't done videos of them. But for the Smart Multi Cooker, this is brand new, came out last year from Tupperware, and this is like 3 products in one. And what you have here is, let's see, my gosh, we got to take it apart to show you here. You have a steamer. Now, we used to have the steamer by itself like this, but the base was smaller on here. So what they have done is they have enlarged the base that you can still steam in here, but now you can cook pasta in here. When you cook your pasta, you cook it with no lid, and you can cook larger quantities of rice. So to cook the rice, it's just like the rice cooker that we have. You put this the steamer part here, and then snap this lid down, cook your rice just like you would in the other rice cooker. But today we are using just this part in the steamer to do this recipe. So I'm going to set this aside. And if you haven't heard me talk about the steamer before and you're new to my channel, this is the Tupperware steamer that allows you to steam vegetables, meats. I have done so many recipes in here: fish, chicken, meatballs, many meatloaves. Absolutely love using this. And what's great about the steamer is, well, the bottom and the top actually has a metal in here, and it's encapsulated in the plastic. So when you are steaming, the microwaves are not cooking your food. They're actually being steamed from where the microwaves hit the base and boils the water and actually steams up through here. So this is one of the healthy ways that you can use things to cook. If you're watching calories, if you're eating more healthy, you know, weight and everything, this is the way to go. I absolutely love this here. So what we need today for the chicken poblano recipe is really pretty easy and basic to do. So the first thing we want to do, and by the way, we're going to stack cook in this. We're going to cook pasta on the bottom, we're going to cook chicken in here, and then we're going to put some peppers in here. So the first thing we want to do is get our elbow macaroni in here, and we need 1 cup of that. So I'm going to use, I'm making a mess here. I'm going to put, this is a 1/2 cup. So that's 1 cup of noodles in there, elbow macaroni. And I will do my best to get the recipe down at the bottom in the description, so you can check that out. And then we're going to want 1 3/4 cup of water. Now there are lines inside the base here for where you steam, and then lines for your maximum fill line for water for rice and pasta. So we're going to want to fill this up with 1 3/4 cup of water. I'll get my 1 cup here. We're just filling it up to the steam line is what we're actually doing. So we've got 1. And 3/4 cup of water. Got that in there. And we're just going to put in a pinch of salt, maybe 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. I use kosher salt. You can use regular salt if you like, you know, whatever your preference is, but I just prefer kosher salt. I'm going to use that. And we're just going to give that a quick stir. Just like that. So right there is our pasta. And we will set this aside. And to that, we're going to put the chicken And the bottom part of the steamer here, we're going to set that in here. And just take our chicken, raw chicken. This is 3 chicken breasts. You want 1.5 pounds of chicken. So that's 3 chicken breasts. Just cut up into chunks. And we're going to put that in here just like this. Sprinkle that with a little bit of salt. Ooh, that's too big a teaspoon. Don't need a tablespoon of salt. But we're just going to sprinkle salt over the top of this. Kind of give it a little toss. So your chicken is setting in the steamer here. Your pasta is on the bottom. And to this top, we're going to put in some peppers. It calls for a red pepper, some poblano peppers. And I didn't have red, I had orange, so I already have 1 poblano cut up and the orange bell pepper, and we've got 1 other pepper we need to cut here. Get my Tupperware knife out here. This thing is sharp. And we're just going to cut the top off. Get the seeds out. And then cut that little bitty tip off of there. And then just cut this up into quarters like this. I just want it in some chunks to put in the Power Chef, because we're going to chop these down to put in the top part. So we've got our peppers done. I'm going to bring the Power Chef over, and if you have never heard me talk about the Power Chef, I absolutely love this thing. Use it all the time. You can chop, whip, mix, blend, puree, whatever in this thing. It works great. I used it, matter of fact, Friday to make birthday cakes. I had birthday parties this weekend. Should say one party. So I'm putting this in here, and I'm going to chop this down a little bit. Get those started. And then I'm going to put the rest of these peppers in here. So what's nice, the Power Chef also comes with a paddle. I've got the blade attachment. It comes with a paddle where you can whip and mix and blend. I do use it for mayonnaise. Then it comes with a funnel that fits right up here on the top, that you can pour oils and things in while you're mixing and making mayonnaise. Excuse me, I had the flu. Still got just a little bit of cough. So that's 2 poblano peppers, and then 1 large orange bell pepper. You can use red, you can use green. I just happen to have orange, and that's what I used. Nice thing about cooking at home, if you need to improvise, you can. Make it to your taste. So there are the peppers chopped up. And we're going to take those peppers and just pour those out right on top of here. Now some of them are still a little bit chunked, and I want it that way. Just for that look and for that bite when you're doing the casserole. If you want them finer, then continue to just pull the string and chop them down a little bit more to however fine you want them. But this seems to work. I like it because it just gives that color to the dish. So we've got this on here. And we'll take just a little bit of salt. Sprinkle that on top here. And I'm really a person, you see those people sprinkling salt with their hands all the time. That's me. That's me. Most people that come to my house, and I have a salt and pepper shaker that they can use, but for me, I use that, me and my daughter, and they're like, what are you doing? Getting our salt. Okay, so I'm going to put the top on. Like I said, the top is metal and it's encapsulated in plastic, so the microwaves are not going to hit this, and they're not going to hit this inside here. They're going to hit the bottom, boil that water, and then steam it through. So we're going to put this in the microwave, let it go for 10 minutes. It's 6 minutes a pound, but we want to make sure the chicken is done and the peppers are done. And you may have to play with the time on your microwave. Each microwave is different. The wattage is different. I happen to use 1250 watts, so I can actually bump down my time just a few minutes. But when we get this cooked, we will come back and finish out the recipe. We have a sauce to make and then just put it all together, and that's how fast this goes. So stay right there. We'll be right back. Okay, we have just a few minutes left on the chicken cooking, so while that's almost done, I'm going to head and do the sauce here for you. Once again, we're using the Power Chef to do the sauce, and this we will mix in after the chicken and pasta is cooked. Now to this we want a 1 cup of crushed tomatoes. I'll get it out. But the recipe calls for a 7-ounce can of chipotle peppers, and because I'm not putting that much peppers in my stuff, I really don't like it that hot. I'm gonna add like maybe a half a cup more of the tomatoes here. So we're gonna put, these are just diced tomatoes, or you can get crushed tomatoes. So I'm gonna put in maybe 1.5 cups here to take up that stuff where I didn't use the chipotle peppers. So we've got that in here. Get that little bit down. And then to the sauce we need, like I said, chipotle peppers, but I've got chipotle salsa. So I'm just going to add a couple of tablespoons because, like I said, we don't necessarily like it hot. And for us, it seems to be a bit more spicy than we actually like. So I'm just going to put in a couple of tablespoons of that in here. But if you want it hot, you want to add jalapenos or whatever to this recipe, by all means go ahead and do that, and make it as spicy as you like. Okay, for that we're going to have to add 6 cloves of garlic. I've got, I think, 5 over here. And I just wanted to show you real quick on the garlic press, because this will press garlic. It will chop the little ends off, and it will help you peel. So I'm going to put the garlic right here on the handle, and I'm going to bring this metal piece down, and I'm just going to close it like that. And so it crushes the garlic to break that skin, just like that. And there comes the garlic peel off. And then I'm going to take this little piece here, and you see that little nub on the garlic. I'm just going to pinch that off. So that's one way of how the garlic press works. And then I'm just going to put all of the garlic in here. 6 cloves of garlic. If you're not that big on garlic, then you can adjust it from there. Then it calls for 3 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder. So I just have some cocoa powder. And we're going to do 3 tablespoons of that. And I don't know if a lot of people don't realize that a lot of Mexican cooking has cocoa powder in it. It just brings out the flavor of the peppers and stuff a whole lot more. There goes our chicken, and our steamer is already done. We're going to need 2 teaspoons of ground cumin, and cumin happens to be one of my most favorite spices. Here's my teaspoon. So we're going to put that in. And then we need 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. You can adjust the cinnamon here. I like cinnamon, but I don't want it to overpower, so I might use just like 1/2 teaspoon. Put that in, and then it calls for a fourth of a teaspoon of cloves. That's my cumin. We don't need to put that in there. There's a clove right here. A fourth of a teaspoon of cloves. Put that in. And then a teaspoon of salt. We've got that in there. Now all we have to do is put the top back on, and we're gonna mix all of this together. And with the blade attachment in there, if you don't have the crushed tomatoes, even if you use the diced tomatoes and stuff, it will puree them down even more. So we want to get all that garlic chopped in here. Really fine. Woo. My goodness, this smells good. Get all that goodness off of there. Like I said, if you want to use a whole can of chipotle peppers, that's up to you. Just happens that I can't handle it that hot. So I'm gonna scrape this down. We have all that mixed up, blended in here. Hoping you can see that. All that garlic. Ooh, smells so good. And then I'm going to take my MicroPro pitcher here. These are made for the microwave to melt chocolate and butter and things in the microwave, because it's done like the stack cooker, so it's safe to do that in here, and that's what it's made for. So we're going to put all of this in here. Get all the last drops of the goodies. Put that in. Put that in the sink. And then we're going to take the top, and this is a 2-cup bottom and this is a 1 cup. So you can use them separate, but you can use this to as a cover on here so you can microwave and things don't splatter. So I am going to go get the chicken and pasta out of the microwave, and I'm going to put this in for maybe 45 seconds. You just really want to heat it up, get it together, the flavors in there before you mix the dish. So I will be right back. Okay, whenever you're done cooking in the microwave with the steamer, always remember to open the top away from your face, because the steam can burn you. So I don't know if you can see the steam coming up off of there, but it is very, very hot. So I'm going to set this top right here, and I'm going to set this where you can see the peppers. Still just a little tiny crunch to it, but they're not really, really soft, but they're perfect. We'll put it like that. There's our chicken. Chicken is cooked. Let me bring this up and show you steam. And here is the pasta. Now whenever you're cooking, the juice from the chicken is going to drip back down into your pasta, so it gives it that flavor. So here is the pasta. I'm going to take the peppers, and for the moment I'm going to put them on top of the chicken. And then I'm just going to use this to strain the pasta. So let's get this water out. Okay, so we have that done. And right there is our pasta in here. So what I'm going to do is going to take the chicken and the peppers, and I'm going to pour that right in here in the base. You can mix it all up in here and then serve it from there if you wanted to, or put it into a nice bowl. that around, and then we have our sauce that we made. I heated that up just a little bit, and we're going to pour that into here. Let me get that part in. Oh my goodness. Oh, I wish you could smell this. It smells amazing, amazing. So you could top this with cilantro, whatever you like. And you know, you could put all the sauce in here or leave a little bit to pour over it when serving. So I think I'm going to save just that little bit of that's left. Throw off some cilantro in here, maybe a squirt of lime juice. Oh, I think with the peppers though, the red bell peppers would have showed up a lot better in the dish. So let me scoop a little bit up here on a plate for you, and we will check out the Chicken Poblano Casserole. Alrighty, let me grab a fork here. I've got to taste this stuff. There we have the Chicken Poblano Casserole. We'll get a bite of chicken. That is so good. So good. You wouldn't believe that putting cocoa powder in here, how it changed the flavor of the spices. That is just amazing. Pasta is perfect. Chicken is perfect. That is so good. So there you have it. That was like 15 minutes. You can have a recipe done, dinner on the table, good to go. A little hint is if you buy the chicken strips, I would go ahead and buy a package of chicken strips and cut them up into chunks and then lay them out on something and stick them in the freezer. And then once they're froze, I would put them in a freezer container and then just take out what I needed to do recipes. Because if you're busy working, you know, you've got a busy schedule, kids have stuff at school, then that would be easy. An easy step right there for you before you have to stand there and cut chicken and everything up. So this is our Chicken Poblano Casserole. Come back next Monday when I'll be doing a new recipe for you. And then don't forget to check the description below. I have a giveaway that you can sign up for. Please, no other Tupperware consultants on the giveaway. There's also a survey that you can fill out, and I will email you a PDF file on some spice mixes that you can put together yourself, some really good spice mixes. If you'd like to know more about the Smart Multi Cooker, you can always contact me on Facebook at facebook.com/TWPattyDooley. I'll put a link below. I would love it if you would subscribe, share the videos, give it a thumbs up. That always brightens my day when people do that. And if you need a catalog or a sales brochure or any kinds of questions about Tupperware, feel free to contact me. I'll be happy to help you and answer any questions that you have. So you guys have a great day. I hope you try this recipe. Like I said, it's super fast, super easy. Make it to taste. If you like it super hot, do it super hot. If you don't, then do like I do, kind of back down on that stuff. But you guys have a great day, and we will see you next Monday. Bye.